Hello, my name is Hoyita Wiley, and I will be discussing ethical violations and board discipline here in the state of North Carolina. When I was looking over the disciplinary actions, one of the most common reasons that are on the board of that counselors were being disciplined was that they were having relationship with either current clients or former clients. And then I noticed that some of the common theme that I noticed that is when I was looking at the board or with those that were being disciplined was that they were starting relationships with clients. Either male counselors was talking to female clients were talking to male clients, or vice versa. Also, I noticed that they weren't documentation was off, and that they just weren't looking out for the client's welfare. The gentleman that I chose to discuss, he recently North Carolina made a ruling in September 2019. So from April 17th to September 19th, he was licensed in North Carolina. In 2005, he was practicing in Pennsylvania. He was investigated in Pennsylvania in 2005 by the Board of Social Work, the Family and Marriage and Family Therapists, and the professional counselors. He also, PA charged him with 12 violations, in which included engaging in sexual intimacies, romantic relationships with clients, displaying unprofessional conduct, entering into inappropriate dual multiple relationships, failure to maintain appropriate standards of care, failure to maintain adequate documentation, and failure to respect the dignity and to promote the welfare of other clients. September 26th, Mr. JV, he was employed as a counselor at in Pennsylvania at, I guess it was more like a treatment center. That's where he was working at. While he was there, he engaged with another young lady. He had an inappropriate relationship with this young woman. This young woman was an inpatient there going through a drug treatment program. She had a history of depression. She had a history of sexual trauma. She had a history of abandonment issues, and she had other disorders that was not disclosed. So Mr. JV, in my opinion, he played off her feelings and knowing that she had these vulnerabilities. In 2018, Pennsylvania notified the North Carolina board, and they had their own investigation. The codes that Mr. JV violated in North Carolina is violation North Carolina Statute 90-340A9, and it states that he has been guilty of immoral, dishonorable, unprofessional, or unethical conduct. And then the other one that he has been guilty of is North Carolina General Statute 90-340A10. He has practiced professional counseling in such a manner as to endanger the welfare of the clients. And then according to the American Counseling Association, A110, the American Counselor Association, A1, letter A. The primary responsibility of counselors is to respect the dignity and promote the welfare of clients. Also, the ACA A5, letter A, states that clients and romantic counselors and client interactions or relationships with current clients, their romantic partners, are prohibited. As of 2019, again in September, Mr. JV had his license revoked. The questions asked was that, what does the ACA and ethics in your state say about the counselor's impairment? It says that he knew better, that that's why we have the code of ethics, and we're not supposed to engage with clients as far as physical or sexual or any kind of relationship because it's not professional and they're coming to us in a need. And that was one of my questions. That was one of my questions that brought to my mind, was that how could he, especially the young lady that was in the treatment center, how could he pursue a relationship or have a sexual intercourse with her when he knew that she was in there to get treated for drugs, depression? She had a lot of sexual trauma and a lot of other issues that was going on. It was in a sense that he played on young women that he had sex with. He played on their vulnerability, and being a counselor, it was almost like he let his power run and rule what he was able to do. And probably the young ladies that he was intimate with were scared. So I'm not saying that he raped them, but he probably used his power and authority to make the sexual advances with him.